time together as we talk about this very important topic that we have today. So let's get started. So before we jump into our content, of course, we have to give you guys our disclaimer. So the information contained here has been prepared by Civitas Strategies and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies team has used reasonable effort in collecting and preparing and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, or currency. The publication and distribution of this information is not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute as any attorney or client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information is expressly prohibited. Only non-commercial uses of this work is permitted. Thank you. All right, so now that we have all of that out of the way, now let's get into our content. So in tonight's webinar, we're going to be exploring three key questions that is on many childcare providers' minds. Why is technology important in your childcare business? How do I introduce technology into your business? And what are our next steps when doing so? These three questions will guide our discussion about the increasing role of technology in childcare. The integration of technology in childcare has become essential for many childcare providers. Today, we'll explore how it can streamline your administration tasks, enhance communication with parents, improve the overall quality of care, and ultimately support your business growth and its efficiency. With these benefits collectively, they can create a stronger and a more efficient childcare environment. Now, we understand that technology adoption can seem challenging, especially in a field that's centered around human interactions. You might be wondering how to balance digital tools with that personal touch that makes quality childcare so special. So our goal today is to show you how technology can free up more space, more time for meaningful interactions with the children and the families that you serve. So this webinar is designed to meet you where you are in your technology journey, whether you're already using some type of digital tools or looking to expand, or just starting to consider how technology may benefit your program. You'll find valuable insight and practical steps in this webinar to move forward. So by the time we conclude, you'll have a clear understanding of technology's role in your childcare center, practical ways to start implementing that tech, and solutions to help to create next steps to begin and continue your tech journey. This knowledge will empower you to make more informed decisions about your childcare business. So let's start and let's begin by examining why technology has become so essential in our childcare industry. Technology is reshaping early education in significant ways. Think about a world with our little ones are growing up in today. Smart devices and educational apps aren't just gadgets. They're a normal part of daily life for many families. And we're caring for a generation of digital natives, which basically means children who are comfortable with their technology from earliest years. This means we, as childcare providers, we need to support and evolve with it too. Parents today are concerned about the safety, and they're looking to us to set those high standards as well. We're seeing advanced technology and safety monitoring, like secure check-in and out systems that give parents a peace of mind, and real-time updates about their little ones. Technology has improved digital record keeping, allowing us to track allowing us to track their development and to be more efficient in that tracking system. These trends underscore why embracing technology is so critical for us as childcare providers. It's not just about keeping up with the times, it's about providing the best possible care and education for the children that we serve. So by integrating these tools thoroughly, we can enhance our services, we can improve communication with parents, and we can create an even more engaging and safe environment for our little learners. Now that we have explored how technology is reshaping early education, oh, my slide went too fast, sorry. Now that we have talked about why technology is reshaping early education, let's talk about how it can enhance our business. So you might be wondering, how exactly can digital tools improve my day-to-day operations and the quality of the care that you are providing for the little ones and the families that you serve? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be covering in our next session, in our next section. We'll look to see how technology isn't just about fancy add-ons in our business, but a powerful ally in enhancing every aspect of your childcare service. From streamlining your administration tasks to enhancing the learning experiences you offer, technology really has the potential to transform our business in ways that we may not have imagined before. Now, remember, adapting technology isn't about replacing that human touch that is so critical in childcare. Instead, it's about enhancing those capabilities, freeing up more time so that we can focus on what really matters in our business, nurturing and educating the children that we are caring for. So let's explore these benefits and see how technology can help you guys run a more efficient and effective and mostly an engaging childcare business. So let's talk about one of the most exciting benefits of technology in childcare: increased family engagement. In our field, we know that strong partnerships with families are critical for a child's development and well-being. Therefore, so technology is not only just opening up new avenues for fostering these connections in ways that we haven't imagined in years before. So, first and foremost, technology allows us to keep our families updated on their children's activities throughout the day. So, imagine being able to send a quick photo of a child's artwork or a video of a baby's first steps to the parents who are at work. It's like giving them a window into their child's world, even when they're not even there in person. But it's not just about that one-way communication. Technology facilitates that direct two-way communication between the family and the child care staff. So all of your staff can be in tune with what's happening. Whether it's a quick text to ask about children's medication or a video call to discuss any type of developmental progress. These tools help us to stay connected and responsive to the family's needs. Now, security is another area where technology shines. Many modern day systems offered enhanced security methods like digital check-in and out processes. This not only streamlines our operations, but also gives a family a peace of mind knowing that their children are in safe hands. We can also use technology to keep families in the loop about upcoming events, whether it's a digital calendar invite, automated reminders about field trips, or online signups for parent-teacher conferences. These tools really help the families to never miss any of those important events or keeping those dates in mind. Lastly, let's not forget about the practical side of things. Technology can greatly simplify those administration tasks like viewing and paying invoices. This might seem like a small task, but it makes a big difference in reducing the stress and the friction in both the families and the child provider and the child care provider. All of these technological tools, they really work together to create a more connected, engaged, and informed child care community. By embracing these opportunities, we can strengthen our partnerships with our families and ultimately provide better care and support for the children that we are serving. Now, as a childcare business owner, we understand that, of course, your time is precious. So there never seems to be enough hours in the day for everything that you guys are doing. So that's why technology is really a powerful ally in everything that you're doing within your center. By utilizing technology to automate various operations, we can save time and money. So let's break it down into specific areas where technology can make a big difference. First, let's consider attendance tracking. Gone are the days are signing in and out sheets and manual head counts. With digital systems, we can simplify this process by making it quicker and accurate at the same time. Imagine being able to see a glance of who's present, who's absent, and even be able to notice patterns when it comes to checking and out processes. Next, let's talk about billing. I'm sure many of you have spent long hours calculating fees, generating invoices, and following up on payments. Automated billing processes can take care of this for you by reducing errors and saving you valuable time. And then also, when we start to think about those staff scheduling is another area where technology can really shine in your business. Automated systems can help you create schedules, manage time off requests, and ensure that one, you are adequately staffed for the day. This not only saves you time, but also can improve that staff satisfaction. Also, we can look at enrollment management. Technology has made this so much simpler. You can easily track current enrollment, manage registration processes, and even forecast future capacity needs. So managing that wait list has become even easier with technology. So many childcare programs often struggle with managing wait lists efficiently. So technology can really help you to keep that organized by automatically updating families on their status and quickly filling those openings as soon as they become available. And lastly, record keeping. From children's developmental progress to staff certification, digital systems can streamline this process, making it easier to store, update, and access important information when you need it. All of these automated processes work together to create a more efficient and effective childcare operation. So, by embracing these technologies, we can reduce our administration burden and focus more energy on what we're doing most, which is educating and caring for our children. Now, again, remember the goal of automation is not to make childcare impersonal. It's about using technology to handle routine tasks as we can spend more quality time interacting with the children and the families that we are working for. So this model is all about working smarter and not harder. And that is the best possible outcome when we're providing the best care possible. Now, we've talked about how technology can help us engage our families and to streamline our operations. So now let's focus on the heart of our work, and that's the children and their learning experiences. So technology isn't just about changing how we run our businesses. It's about revolutionizing how children learn and grow within our care. So let's think about how technology really provides an interactive, age appropriate learning experience for children. Gone are the days of one size fits all activities. With digital tools, we can often offer engaging or multi-sensory experiences that capture the child's imagination and really encourage that active learning. Picture this in a classroom where you have a child that's exploring a virtual zoo, hearing animal sounds, learning facts about different animal species, all of these things in the safety and the comfort of their childcare classroom. Using educational technology can really customize those learning activities for each child's needs and the pace of learning. So, technology allows us to tailor activities to each child's level, ensuring that they're always appropriate and that they're challenging and also that they are supported. So, with this personalized approach, it can really boost the confidence and foster a love for early learning in your school. Now, technology offers also exposure to a wealth of online educational content. Now, we also want to keep in mind about screen time. We want to be mindful about that. And of course, the quality of content that is being shown to children. But the internet can be a valuable resource in your school. So it can bring the world into the classrooms, allowing children to have those virtual field trips to like a museum, educational videos, and to really connect with the world around them. So for children with special needs, technology can also be a game changer for them as well. There are numerous apps and programs that's designed to support various learning differences and disabilities, whether it's a text to speech software for children who have difficulty reading or a communication app for children that are nonverbal. Technology can really help to create and to evolve into an inclusive learning environment. Now, by incorporating technology into our childcare settings, we're preparing children for the future. In today's digital world, technological literacy is becoming as fundamental as reading and writing. So, providing and guiding with technology age appropriate content, children will feel equipped with the skills that they're going to need throughout their education and beyond. So we're not just teaching them how to use devices anymore. We are really fostering that problem solving skills that they're needing, that digital citizenship, and also the ability to adapt to new technology as it is emerging. Now, let's talk about your staff. So, your teachers and your staff members are the backbone of your childcare program. And technology can also be a powerful tool to support and empower them. While we often focus on the technology, how it benefits our children, it's also critical to recognize the tremendous advantages it offers to your team. So just think, for instance, how we can streamline those daily tasks that your teachers and your staff are doing. This can really enhance like professional development when we think about technology. Technology can also improve staff satisfaction as well as their performance. So, one of the most significant ways technology can increase your staff satisfaction and performance is through its professional development opportunities. So, online training platforms offer a wealth of resources that allow your team to grow their skills and their knowledge at their own pace, whether it's learning about new educational approaches, understanding child development theories, or staying updated on best practices in early childhood education. These online resources really make continuous learning accessible and convenient for your staff and your teachers. So, technology also will modernize many aspects of those daily operations that your teachers are doing. It simplifies that lesson planning, allowing teachers to create, store, and share ideas. By digitizing those administrative tasks, we reduce paperwork, freeing up staff to focus on what they do best, interacting and caring for those children. Digital portfolios and assessment tools make tracking children progress more efficient as well. Now, communication is enhanced, and this will really come as a true cornerstone for your parents. Using communication, it will really enhance that parent teacher relationship through those real time updates, digital newsletters. It allows easy access to schedule any type of conferences. So, this improved connection leads to a better partnership with families that ultimately benefit the children. Now, by embracing these technological needs, we're not just making our center more efficient, we're creating a more satisfying work environment for our teachers and our staff members. When our team is happy and performing at their best, it translates directly into higher quality childcare and the education that we are providing to the children. Remember, investing in technology is investing in your team and ultimately the children that are in our care. Okay, so when it comes to technology, there's nothing more important than the safety and security of our children. So, this is an area where technology offers us some powerful tools to really create those safer environments and a more secure process. Technology gives us a better control over access to our premises. Gone are the days of simple lock and keys. Now we can use advanced systems with the help of technology like key cards, even fingerprint scanners. There are no limits that can be, I'm sorry, there will be, you can limit the access to your building through technology. Instead of having visitors to sign in and out, now you can use digital scanners that could promote and use digital IDs, photo IDs for visitors in your building. Also, when we talk about video security systems, they have become an invaluable tool in our childcare settings. So this will allow us to not only just to monitor different areas of our centers at one time, it also ensures that children are safe at all times. It's important to note that these systems aren't just about consistent surveillance, but rather about having an extra set of eyes to prevent accidents and to really respond quickly if any issues arise. Again, technology also offers and enables us to have those secure checkout processes. Digital systems can ensure that children are only released to authorized individuals with features like photo ID verifications, PIN codes, and so forth. This eliminates any ambiguities and reduces the risk of any unauthorized pickups of children. Now, managing visitors in our building is another area where technology can greatly enhance security. Digital visitor management systems can help us track who's in the building at what given time. We can print temporary badges and even run instant background checks if necessary with technology used for security. Then, lastly, as we talk about emergency situations, every second counts in an emergency. So, technology allows our staff to receive instant alerts when needed, whether that's a medical emergency, a security breach, or even a weather alert. These systems ensure that our team can respond quickly and effectively. Now, technology, of course, will streamline those emergency communications. So, in the event of an emergency, we can quickly send out any type of mass communication to our staff and our parents through multiple channels. We can use technology to leverage it through text, emails, push notification, but just making sure that everybody is informed and updated in real time. So by implementing these tech solutions, we're not just checking a box anymore on our safety checklist. Now, remember, while technology is providing these fantastic tools to our business, they're most effective when combined with a well-trained staff and making sure that everybody understands the safety protocols. Now, technology will enhance our security measures, but it does not replace the need for being vigilant and caring adults in our child care center. It will not replace that. Now, as we move along, we've explored numerous benefits to technology that how we can bring improvements to our childcare business. It can help us through enhancing learning experiences and supporting our staff in improving that safety and security measures. Now, introducing technology into your childcare business doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's not about transforming everything overnight or implementing tech solutions all at once. Instead, it's about taking those strategic steps to gradually integrate and integrate technology in ways that make sense for not only yourself, your unique childcare settings, but also your staff and the families that you are serving. So, in our next section, we will walk through some practical approaches to bring technology into your childcare business. We'll even discuss how to assess your current needs, choose the right tools, and then what to do to train your staff and to communicate those changes, those communication changes to your parents. Rather, if you guys are starting from scratch or you're looking to enhance your existing tech setup, these steps will really help you through the process and to make you feel confident as you're integrating this. Now, the goal is to introduce technology to support and enhance the work that you're already doing. It's not about making your job easier, but it's really about making it more efficient and ultimately providing a better care and education for the children that you guys are serving. Now, you've heard that there's some amazing potentials with using childcare technology in childcare. But where do you start? How do you realize where do I need to put technology? How do I implement it? So the key is to begin with a clear-eye evaluation of your current situation. This isn't really about following the trends. It's not about finding solutions that's going to make this is about finding solutions that's going to make a difference in your day-to-day operations. So first, we want to start by identifying areas in your business that can be more efficient. Now, whether you or your staffs, where do you and your staff spend the most of your time? Are there tasks that always seem to pile up? Like attendance tracking, billing, parent communications. These are all areas of opportunities where technology can really help and improve those processes. Now, once you've identified your needs, choose a program that meets your specific requirements. Consider factors like your business size, budget, your staff tech savviness, and the features that you'll actually need. Now, don't be swayed by any type of flashy or unnecessary features that may be offered. Remember to ask for input from your current families and your staff. They might have some valuable insight on preferences you may haven't considered. This is not only to help you choose better solutions, but also gives you a buy-in to help your families and your staff to create a buy-in for the right tech in your center. As you evaluate those options, always ask, will this make our lives easier? Will it improve the quality of care that we're providing? Will it save time and can we reinvest it into the children? The right tech solution should address real problems and not create new ones. So, by taking these thorough steps, you're setting the foundation for a successful technology integration that will truly benefit your childcare business, your staff, and the families that you are serving. Now that we understand the importance of evaluating our needs, let's dive into how to really pinpoint exactly where tech can truly make a difference in our childcare business. Now, this is about being strategic and focusing on areas that will give you the biggest bang for your buck. First, let's talk about assessing your current systems to recognize any inefficiencies. Take a close look at your daily operations. Are there processes that seem to take longer than they should? Are there consistently tasks that, are frustrating to you guys? These are prime examples of where tech can really be a solution in your business. It may even be the check in and out process in the morning may cause bottlenecks for parents when they're dropping off in the morning. This is the first step. So we want you to really perhaps to take a look at where you can be more efficient in your business. So this is the first step in identifying and finding the right tech solutions. Now, by identifying some reoccurring tasks and persistent challenges with your current systems is also a help as well. So think about those tasks that your staff do repeatedly throughout the day, the weeks, or even the months that can this could be things like meal planning, creating daily reports for parents, or even scheduling staff on their day-to-day tasks. If you find yourself thinking, hey, there has to be a better way to doing this, chances are technology will be an answer and can definitely help you with this. So here where it gets interesting. So tap into your staff and your parent for insights for improvement ideas. Your team and your families can serve as a gold mine of information. They're on the front lines dealing with the systems every day. They might have ideas or frustrations that you may not have even considered. Maybe your staff has been wishing for a better way to communicate during the day, or perhaps parents have been hoping for an easier way to update their contact information. This insight can really guide you towards technology solutions that will have a real and a positive impact within your business. So, a pro tip to consider that can help make the difference is, again, involve your team in the process. They often have those insights, they understand those daily challenges. Not only will this help you identify the most impactful areas for tech integration, but again, it will increase that buy in when you implement new solutions. So, when your staff feels heard and they feel that they're being seen, by giving their input, they feel valued. And by this will help you guys to really embrace technology throughout your whole center. And again, remember, the goal here isn't to overhaul everything that you're currently doing. It's about finding key areas where technology can truly elevate your childcare business by focusing on those big areas, and listening to the community that you're serving. So you'll be well on your way to implementing that technology solutions into your day-to-day task. Now, we have identified where technology can make a difference. So let's talk about how to set yourself up for success as you begin to roll out these new solutions. So, implementing technology isn't just about choosing the right tools. It's about approaching the process strategically to ensure long-term success. So, first, we need to set those clear targets. What does success look like for you? It isn't just enough to say, hey, we want to have improved communication. Instead, we really want to pin down specific, measurable results. For example, we want to reduce the time spent on daily reports by 50%. Or we aim to increase parent engagement to 90% of all parents using the app efficiently within a few months. These concrete goals will give you something tangible to work towards and to really measure against. Now, another strategy that can make a big difference is to divide and conquer. Now, implementing new technology can really feel overwhelming if you try to do everything at once. Instead, select smaller and more manageable tasks. Maybe you start with digitizing your check-in process, then move on to implementing the a parent communication app, and later introduce a curriculum planning tool. By breaking it down, you can keep tabs on your big picture progress without really feeling overwhelmed while doing it. By using well-defined goals, you can act as a compass to guide for any future decisions and to help you really measure your success. So these goals that we're putting out isn't about checking a box to check off, oh, we did it. It's really about creating a roadmap to success. And so this will also help you stay focused, make informed decisions about technology, to prioritize, and to give you a clear way to evaluate whether your new tech solution is really truly making an impact in your childcare business. Now, as we embark on this journey, keep in mind that success in technology isn't just about the tools themselves. It's about how well these tools integrate into our daily operations and support your overall mission. So, by setting those clear targets and staying true to our vision and taking those manageable steps, you're laying the groundwork for a successful tech integration that will truly enhance your childcare business. So, there's another aspect that we want to talk about with implementing technology in your childcare business. It's the financial side. I know that many of you have thought, investing in technology might bring on some financial stress. But with a little preparation and smart planning, we can really minimize that stress and really set you up for success. So, what we want to remember with these key points is that while initial costs may be high for technology, the long term benefits often justify the investment in the time and money. Technology is not just about an expense. It's really about an investment in your business to have an effective and improved childcare business. So let's break down what we need to consider when we're planning out tech and those financial planning parts when we are factoring in cost. So start by considering those initial costs. And this could simply include like equipment, like computers, tablets, software programs, and even any type of setup fees may need to be included. Now, don't forget about the things like improved internet connectivity if you need that. These upfront costs can may seem daunting, but they're just the first step in really your technology journey. Then when we want to talk about that long-term expenses of technology, technology isn't just a one and done deal. You'll need to think about future upgrades and ongoing maintenance. Maybe your software will need yearly updates and you will need to replace hardware every few years. Now, building these costs into your long-term budget will also help to prevent any type of surprises down the road. So, looking at just giving an overview for your budget, you want to make sure that you're also budgeting for employee training on your new systems as well. Your team, your staff members, your administration staff needs to be comfortable and proficient with the new technology for it to be efficient. This might include bringing in trainers, setting aside staff time for learning, or even hiring some tech savvy staff. Remember, the most powerful technology is only as good as the people that's using it. So, lastly, account for any type of ongoing fees related to subscriptions and licenses. Many software solutions operate on on a subscription model as well. So factoring in those monthly payments, they could be monthly or yearly to make sure that they are accounted for in your budget as well. Now, moving on along to the actual rollout of technology within in your center. Now, when we think about that, there may be a few challenges. So the important part here is to gradually to do this well defined and to approach it and leverage your team's strengths as we are rolling all of these systems out so that we can be prepared for any type of potential challenges. It's tempting to want to implement everything at once. Instead, we really need to map out a timeline to introduce our tech in phases. So, this approach will allow us and our team to adapt to any type of changes, make it more easy to iron out any type of kinks before we move on to the next phase. So, for example, you're setting up phases to roll out different features, giving everyone time to get comfortable with it so everyone can be familiar with the new tools and begin to introduce new ones as old ones are learned. Now, use your team's expertise. You've got a wealth of knowledge and skills right there on your staff. So assign those knowledgeable team members to maybe lead different parts of the implementation. Maybe you have a teacher that is tech savvy who can spear out certain parts of like the learning management system. Or you may have an assistant that may be good with numbers. You can delegate the billing software to that team member. So you really want to leverage your team's strengths that you currently have to make a smoother transition. And so by doing this, you will boost your staff engagement and ownership of the process. These are just some things that you do want to keep along the way. Because remember, you want to build it out into phases. This would really help to buffer and to reduce any type of stress of implementing this new technology into your center, and also if any challenges arises. Now, as we think about a phased rollout, we've discussed about phased implementation. So let's dive deeper into how we can gradually transition this technology. So this approach is about building confidence and learning from experience and creating a positive momentum that will carry throughout your tech transformation and throughout your childcare business. So, of course, let's start small and integrate gradually. This is about taking baby steps and focusing on your team first. Begin by implementing new processes within your team before rolling it out to families. So, for example, you might start using a new digital communication tool, but use it just among your teachers and administrators just to get started. This will allow your team to build skills, experience, and confidence with the new technology, right? And then they can learn the ins and outs and really start to work out all of those kinks before you bring it to your parents. So we want to really leverage that success as we're doing it. So once you have some internal wins, right, of doing these things, you really want to make time to acknowledge it. So by doing this, you really want to point to your staff to feel comfortable with it. You want them to be able to use the new tools and to act confident as guides to your parents if they have any trouble. So your team's positive experience will ultimately translate into the enthusiasm and the competence into your families if they're needing help using any new tools that you are rolling out, as well as any new systems. And then think about technology. It's not a one and done model. It does take time. So it's really important to really phase it out and to adjust future plans accordingly. So pay attention to what is working well and what does not. Are families excited about using the technology? Is there an aspect of technology that staff find challenging? Use all of these questions and these answers to really redefine your process. So these are just a few things that we want you to consider as you are rolling out technology within your center. Now, let's talk about staff competency and buy-in. So, two strategies we really want to hone in on when it comes to implementing new technology. You really want to make sure that your staff is thoroughly planned with a training program, and then you want to identify what we call those tech champions. So let's start with implementation. So, this is why you want to think about this. So first, you really want to be able to boost your team's skills and self-assurance. When staff receive comprehensive training, they're not just learning how to use the new tool, they're gaining confidence in the ability to adapt and grow. So with this confidence, this can really have a ripple effect on improving job satisfaction and performance. Secondly, we really want to make sure that the training is effective and really is not piecemealing that learning approach. While it might be tempting to give your staff a quick overview and let them figure it out, that's not the way we want to go. We don't want to create frustration. So, a well structured training program ensures that all staff members have a solid foundation and understand not just how, but why we are using technology. So these are just some strategies we want you guys to leverage. And then when we talk about tech champions, these are those enthusiastic staff members who naturally gravitate to technology. These are the ones who will get excited about using technology. They will understand the new features that we're using, and they're going to be more eager to learn and to teach those that may struggle with it. So, spotting those individuals will also help with a seamless rollout as well. Now, when we create a staffing plan, we want to make sure that we're empowering our team to have actionable strategies for success. So, we really want to customize that training plan for their learning types and their learning styles. Everyone learns differently, and your staff is no different. So you might have some tech savvy millennials and others who may not be as experienced to use technology. So you want to offer a variety of learning options, such as hands-on workshops, video tutorials, guides, and even one-on-one coaching to make sure that everybody understand how to use the new tools. You really want to have a personalized approach to make sure that everybody understands and that everyone is on the same course for success. So maintaining that ongoing resources and help will really help your staff to feel supported as you are rolling this out to them. And remember, an empowered team really becomes a team that is self sustainable. And this is going to continue to encourage them to improve in their practices as well as their professional development. And the more they grow more comfortable, they'll start to finding new ways to suggest for improvements and really how to bring that tech into the center to further heights. Now, as we go into introducing technology to our families, we want to make sure that they're on board. And again, the success not only just depends on your team, but also on your families as well for these new tools. So, clear communication is key. So, explaining those benefits and features of the new technology and emphasizing how it improves their experience in the child care program is going to be important. So, for instance, if you want to highlight how the new parent communication app allows for real time updates, photo sharing, and quick messages, you really want to hone into that when you're rolling that out to your parents. You want to provide guidance on how to use it, step by step guides, and maybe even tutorials so that they can learn how to implement it into their daily practice. So, remember, families will have various levels of being tech savvy as well, and you want to make sure that everybody is comfortable. But then also, we want to be proactive to make sure that we are addressing any of their concerns, especially when we're talking about data and privacy. We want to make sure that we're being transparent about how data is protected and how it is being used. So, you want to build an openness and trust when we're talking about tech. So don't forget, as we're rolling this out, we want to make sure that we are getting feedback so that we can have positive user experiences and making sure that the tech that we're setting out is truly working. So by focusing on clear communication, we really want to make sure that we're addressing any of those concerns, addressing any improvements, and really just enhancing the overall experience for the families that are in our centers. Now, as we are balancing technology in our childcare settings, we want to make sure that the reason that we're doing this is unchanged. We're here to nurture, educate, and to support our children in this. So you just want to make sure that people understand that we're not replacing that human touch, that we are enhancing it, that we are freeing up really what we traditionally do in childcare, which is nurturing and caring for children, and taking those daunting tasks that take a lot of time away from our day to day operations so that we can really focus on our kids and our business that we are working in every day. Now, lastly, let's talk about those privacy concerns. As we start to embrace technology, we want to prioritize privacy and security because the information that we have is sensitive. Parents entrust us every day with their children as well as the information that they are sharing. We want everyone to make sure that we are being proactive with data. So, first, we want to make sure that we are building a data fortitude. And this means really implementing those robust safety measures to keep families' information safe. We need to be using those encrypted systems, secure servers, and strong password policies. We want to make sure that we are regularly updating our software and to be training our staff on cybersecurity practices. And so we also want to adapt an open book policy when it comes to data. We want our parents to feel secure and transparent, and we being transparent on how we're using their information. So just a pro tip, just to be proactive with the data protection that we're using. We want to be proactive versus reactive every time. So it's not enough just to have a plan for what to do when there's a data breach, but focus on preventing any type of data breaches if there are any. So by doing regular security audits, data minimization, and staff training to really be proactive within this approach. Now, let's talk about as we are overcoming these challenges that we're having, right? Because we want to have a successful implementation. So let's talk about this for a minute, and let's talk about how with sometimes when we implement changes, it comes with challenges. So that's what we want to address really quickly. So with new technology, we also want to make sure that it's smooth. You might face resistance from your staff who are set in their own ways and may find technology difficult and may even test your patience or struggle with the learning curve of implementing it. So perhaps you may be worried about those initial costs of how much is it going to cost to put the systems in place and to make sure that they are always updated. You're going to have a few challenges and you're going to have some roadblocks. But this is an opportunity to grow and to improve. So in this next part, we're going to just talk quickly about those challenges, how to um, how to mitigate them, heads I'm sorry, how to mitigate them with an approach and strategies to make sure that you are successful within your business.
Okay, I'm just going to give you a time reminder. We only have about 3 or 4 minutes left.
Perfect. So we are going to go through this very, very quickly. Sorry. So let's talk about if we have any type of tech troubles, and then I am going to open it up if anybody has any questions for us. So when we talk about implementing tech, we want to make sure that we are reaping the benefits of everything that we are putting in place. And by that, again, I cannot stress enough a smooth transition. And within that transition, you want to make sure that your staff is being adequately trained, that communication is seamless, not only between your staff and your administration team, but also with your families as well, to have them understand why we are implementing these new changes, how you're going to see a better childcare experience. And ultimately, for you guys who are childcare directors and owners, how it's really going to free up that time within your business and those day-to-day operations that really take on a lot of our time within our centers. So you really want to make sure that that communication is seamless, as well as answering any type of questions if people have frustrations or if they're struggling with implementing any of those any of those new tech solutions that you are implementing within your building. So let me go ahead and fast forward to if we have any questions, because I do